Hey guys, Cue the Beast, week 3. I have a pretty interesting group of questions today that can all be answered with one answer, actually. So first let me read off the questions, and then I will answer all 3 at the same time. So the first question is from G. Montoya on YouTube. He said, my son is beginning to do face-offs and also wrestles. What can you suggest regarding footwork and getting the body over the ball? It's a great question. The second question is from its_Parker on YouTube. What strategy do you recommend when facing off against a long pole? Great question. The third question is from Ben Hickey from YouTube. What are the best face-off drills to improve hand speed? And in parentheses, he put technique. All 3 of these questions can be answered if you go to the faceoffacademy.com website and download our video coach. The video coach goes over footwork on the screw drill. It goes over the defensive draw against an LSM. And it also goes over our drills, our movement sets, and our technique work on the snaps to optimize your hand speed. I've made a YouTube video on all 3 of these as well, just to touch on them. So you could follow it up by watching the YouTube videos that are on this channel. As I've always said about hand speed, everyone asks the wrong question. Everyone's always asking, how can I make my hands faster? What they should be asking is, what wasted movement is happening on the whistle that is slowing me down? So for instance, if I ran a 50-meter sprint and I ran as fast as I could, I'm running as fast as I possibly can, but my arms are kicking out like this. Then a coach watches me on film and says, Greg, go like this instead to make yourself more aerodynamic. My 50-yard sprint is going to be faster. However, I'm still running as fast as I can. That's the best analogy I can use for it. So watch the video I posted on my channel about optimizing your hand speed, and also then download the video coach and take a look at it, because the video coach displays our entire FOA system in detail. So from a coach's perspective or player's perspective, you can see it. Because all 3 of those were so easily answered in one answer, I'm going to do a bonus question. Shadow Wolf, one of our favorite FOA guys from the Philly area, he asked, if you were allowed to use any head in the MLL, would you use your head, the B7? The B7 is a Tribe 7 head. I helped the very beginning starting to design it. We didn't really get to a 2nd or 3rd level of designing that head. I think it's a great head for a beginner face-off guy, a younger face-off guy. But that being said, it's not a pro-level face-off head, in my opinion. And also, in the ML, you're only allowed to use Maverick, STX, and Warrior, and Brine. You can't use Nike. You can't use Tribe 7. You can't use a couple other things. So I use the dual this season. Everybody who's known me for years knows that I use the blade. The reason I stopped using the blade was for 2 reasons. One, the flex point on it just happened to be not very good against duals. It just happened to push the ball into the dual head a little bit, as well as the fact that in 2016 I went through 16 of them. So I was tired of breaking a head in every single game, and sometimes 2 heads in every single game. Last year I used a dual, which took some getting used to, certainly, because I used a blade for about a decade. However, I used 1 dual the entire year last year. So even though it warps, it didn't break. So that's why I made that switch over. And that's the head that I use predominantly right now, because I believe that it is the most functional head, both neutral grip and moto grip. The new Under Armour head happens to have a similar feel, so I think that's very good for face-off guys who can both go neutral grip and moto. And like I've said many times, and guys who come to my Face-Off Academy draw days, I'm pushing the neutral grip big time. I think standing neutral grip is the most effective and efficient way to face off, especially with the new ball placement. So if you have any questions, keep them coming. Hashtag Cue the Beast, and I'll try to answer these every single week, 3 or 4 questions. So keep them coming both on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. Go and subscribe so you know when new stuff is popping up. As the winter comes around, I'll be throwing up a lot of new content, especially as we finish up the updated Beast lab. So take a look and check it out.